Speaking of, do you have any like grandparents that fought in World War II or anything? Any great grand uncles
World War II.
fought against them people?
I think I had like a great grandpa that fought in World War II, but no. But while we're on the topic of grandparents, uh, I had like, well, I guess it is not at all related to World War II, but I did have an alcoholic grandmother.
What's up with your alcoholic grandma? No, fill me in. I love that she came to mind, dude. What's wrong with her?
I'm gonna tell you all about her. Well, okay. So to begin, to kind of give you a little bit of perspective, a little bit of big picture on my grandmother. She was like a lifelong, extremely stubborn cigarette smoker. Like to the point where it would get her kicked out of apartments.
How old is she? Like, what era is she from?
She's passed away now, but
Okay.
I believe she passed away at like 66, 67.
That's kind of young.
Yeah.
Kind of young, dude.
Yeah, she had I think like a heart condition. So yeah. So she would she got kicked out of her the last apartment she lived at because she would borrow her landlord's car and she would just smoke cigarettes. She would hotbox the car. And then her landlord
she had
confronted
keys
her.
to the car?
Yeah, her landlord would like willingly let her borrow the car. But she would always hotbox the car with cigarettes. And the landlord hated that and like confronted her about it. And she's basically like, you can't keep borrowing my car if you're gonna like smoke cigarettes in it. I have, grandkids that I drive around and I don't want them sitting in a car that smells like cigarettes, right? I think pretty reasonable. Also, I think it's reasonable. Like me personally, even if I'm in a cigarette smoking phase, I still don't smoke cigarettes in the car. It's so easy to just smoke outside the car, But my grandma was very stubborn, so she would just hotbox the car. She got kicked out of her last place over that. She had dentures by the time she was 30. Just terrible. Just like me and my Dr. Pepper, she was
Dentures at
obsessed
30
with
is
Pepsi.
fucking...
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
Yeah, my whole like mom's side of the family, we all have like the weakest enamel ever. My teeth are fucked too, but
you need to wear like those mouth like what's the little like gummy you put over when you play football?
Mouth guard?
Yeah, wear a mouth guard every fucking day, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. My grandma would fake seizures in public places pretty much just for attention.
What do you mean?
I swear to God.
When's the last time you saw her do this? Like, tell me about this.
I would not really put up with her shit, but I would say the last time I saw her do this was probably, I was like 19 or 20. So
okay, so not that
7-8 years ago. Yeah. I hated it. So
where were you at?
First time I saw her do it, I was 13.
Okay.
And I was just, she was staying with, I don't remember why, but she was staying with me and my sisters and my mom, like right after my parents divorced. And I was playing outside, riding my bike, and all of a sudden my grandma's just like, Kyle, go get your mom. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, I don't feel good. I'm like, what do you mean you don't feel good? She's like, I think I'm having a seizure. And I'm like, what? Like, all right, I'll go get mom, because she looks fine. Like she's talking fine. She's breathing fine.
Okay.
I know what a seizure looks like. So, I'm like, all right, I'll go get mom. Go get mom. I'm like, Mom, grandma says she's having a seizure and needs your help. And mom, all right, so she comes and she kind of panics and comes to look at grandma, and grandma's sitting there fine. I don't remember what exactly she needed attention about that time, but she would just do this all the time. I remember she had me moving her out of an apartment by just me and my dad by ourselves. She had so much crap, and all of it was like really old furniture. So it was all the like heavy, like authentic wood, like
That's good
800-pound
right
tables
there.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, lasts forever, but it weighs 1,000,000 pounds. So just me and my dad moved her out of her apartment several times, but this time in particular, I happened to be really sick that day. So I was like throwing up and stuff while we were moving her.
Puke on her furniture?
No, but after we had finished moving her, because it was just me and my dad, we finished at like 10 p.m. or something, and we had gone out to eat afterwards at like this fast food place because it was the only place that was open. And after we had finished ordering, I was getting sick again, and all of a sudden my grandma just starts having a seizure, and like
At the dinner outing?
right, because she didn't want like to have to feel bad for me for moving her around while I was sick. She wanted like for me to feel bad for her because
She had to be sicker than you.
Exactly.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, but her seizures, she just kind of sit there and stare at you and then pretend she didn't remember anything that just happened for the last like 30 seconds. That was
She didn't pass of a seizure like a real one, did she?
No.
Okay.
And we had gone to the hospital, like multiple hospitals, seen multiple doctors and gotten her tested and like screened for all sorts of things. And that's kind of how she landed on the seizure thing to begin with, I think. Is they're like, we don't know what's going on. Like, it doesn't actually seem like there's anything wrong with her.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing we can think of is it could be a seizure. And she's just grabbed onto that. And every time she wanted attention, she's, I'm having a seizure. She did it at like a Red Lobster one time while we were ordering. And we just kept ordering. And the waitress was like, what is this family? You know, because this was just something we were used to, just something she did like all the time, like at least once a week she would do this. Yeah, absurd. I think like the best thing about my grandma though is I think because of all her like antics and like she had, you know, we think she had a severe gambling addiction that she wasn't telling anybody about because she was
Why'd
always,
you think that? Like, what happened?
she was always like kind of scamming family members for money and stuff. But we don't think she had a drug addiction.
How did she try to scam you?
No, she would never scam or steal
her.
from me. She would steal my car all the time though.
What do you mean?
My first car ever, I kind of like a little bit, not entirely on purpose, but I was not necessarily avoiding it. I totaled my original car just because she was stealing it every day anyway, and I was like, fuck it, I don't like that. So I went drifting in my trap van in the snow. I turned off traction control, and I totaled it. Yeah. But
that's what you should do with the Mustang, dude.
Yeah.
Send it.
Embankment. But I guess her silver lining with all her antics and stuff, she never really judged me for any of the nonsense that I did. Like I remember when my first time getting caught with like anything really was in San Diego. When I was like 15, I got arrested at school for buying LSD at school. And I remember like being so like ashamed to tell any of my like family, you know, because my parents didn't even know I smoked at the time, and because I'd never gotten caught with anything, and all of a sudden I'm getting caught with LSD.
That's a big step up, yeah.
So like my mom didn't even know. Obviously, my extended family had no idea. So I was really like ashamed to tell them, and I never really did. But when I remember when my grandma found out, she just kind of like sat down with me out on our balcony. She lit up a cigarette with me. We sat there and smoked cigarettes, and she told me about how she had gotten arrested when she was a teenager for stabbing a dude. She said some dude came on to her at a bar, tried to
shanked his ass?
tried to, you know, sexually assault her allegedly,
okay.
and so she stabbed him and got arrested and spent a night in jail. And then got released.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
You could shank a dude and just
now,
get a night.
my
That's
mom
fine.
says that was a complete lie and that story never happened. But I think it's gangster, so I'm running with it. I'll take,
So your
I'll take my
grandma
grandma's word for it.
was either like stabbing people or she was just a great gaslighter.
Yes.
She's
yes.
really good at
I mean,
capping
she
and-
was, like I said, she's faking seizures all the time. She was like a compulsive liar.
She's
but
good at this.
Either
do you
way,
fake a
even if
seizure?
she
Like,
was
what is
lying
it?
about it, she was just doing it to make me feel better about going to jail for getting, for possession. You know?
Could you reenact a fake grandma seizure like right now, real quick?
Yeah, she would just.
What would she do?
Nick,
Yeah,
Nick, get your mom. I'm having a seizure.
Ma,
Nick, I'm having a seizure.
Ma's dying. Ma, she's on the way.
Where am I? What just happened?
Crackhead Studio.
I don't know what just happened. I feel dizzy. And that was
But she
it.
wouldn't
That
like
was
go
it.
down or anything.
No,
She just sit there like
no, she wouldn't spasm. She wouldn't convulse. Like her teeth wouldn't clench. Nothing. Like,
trash fake seizure.
literally nothing. She'd just sit there and like that dude from the show Psych. She'd just put two fingers up to her head and Jimmy Neutron brain blast for a second, and then she'd be like, "I feel dizzy." Like
trash fake seizure, dude.
maybe you just have low blood sugar. Like if anything, it's what it looks like.
Did you
but,
ever call
yeah.
her out on this?
Not directly, like not to her face. We'd never be like, "All right, Grandma, we don't fucking believe you," but.
Mhm.
She could tell we were not buying it. Like that time at Red Lobster where, she's trying to have a seizure and we just keep ordering.
She's
We're like,
trying to have a
all right, I'll have the
seizure.
clam chowder,
We keep ordering.
Like, and the waitress is just, do I need to call an ambulance?
Grandma sitting
We're
there
like,
fucking,
no, she
yeah,
just does this,
Can I
this
have
is
the
just her
clam
character.
chowder?
You're right. Yeah. Like my littlest sister at the time was like 5 and it was like, even she didn't have a care in the world about it. And yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sure like visually, like in public, that was probably hilarious to see our lack of concern. But she was capping. She was capping. Yeah.
Did Grandma end up placing an order at Red Lobster, or did she just seize most of the time?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, we still sat and ate, so I'm sure she wasn't just sitting there watching us eat. No.
Fucking Grandma, dude.
What
the fuck?
She like, I don't know. You might have been on probation or something at this time, but she like lived with me for like a year.
I don't remember that. No.
Yeah, she had like kind of baited me into letting her stay with me for like a whole year. She had been calling me like earlier in the day. She's like, "Hey, I'm going to be in the city you live in later tonight. I'd like to see you, blah, blah, blah." Now,
Grandma's calling you like how like an ex
I
would
wasn't
call
a
you,
huge fan of my grandma, so as soon as I got that call, I was like, all right, bet she might just show up at my house, so I'm not going to be home. I'm going to go to the vape shop and just hang out. And so that's what I did for like 3 hours, and then basically until they closed. And I came home, and my sister was getting home from work at the same time, and she's like, "Hey, we got to go pick up Grandma." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Grandma called. She's stuck on the highway." I'm not going to say which one, but it was the main one that like Walgreens and Jewel were on.
like the main road?
Yes.
Like not like the highway highway?
Like the mall was on.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so my sister's like, "Yeah, so Grandma's stuck on that highway and peed herself. And she's just stranded there with no ride." And I'm like, all right, I did not see that coming, but all right, I guess we got to go pick up Grandma,
Pee-pee Grandma, too.
So we go pick up Grandma. We like take her to Culver's and
yeah, so you want some cheese curds?
yeah,
Like,
so we got her, we got her some food, sat down, like, well, we didn't, I guess I didn't know she had peed herself yet. I guess maybe she just told my sister she was like stranded on the side of the road or whatever. So we go pick her up, go to Culver's. Then she like tells me like, "Yeah, I peed myself." Like while I was out there,
As you're
for
all
so long,
eating.
walking up and down the road, waiting for you guys. And she's like, "I was trying to call you. You weren't answering." I'm like, "Okay." So whatever.
She's just like, "By the way, I fucking pissed myself."
Right. So, she tries to like guilt trip us so we take her back to our place. She's like, I was having a fight with my landlord, or roommate or whatever, and so she's like, do you think it would be okay if I just stayed the night here for just tonight? And we had like my dad was off in like Michigan at the time, so it was just like me and my sisters. So I was like, all right, that's cool. You can stay tonight. And then tomorrow came, and she's like, do you think it's cool if I stay one more night? Like, do you think your dad would notice? I'm like, I mean, yeah, my dad's going to notice when he gets home tomorrow. He's also probably not going to care that I let my grandma stay over. Like, I don't think I'm going to get in trouble for that, right? So she stays over one more night. And then all of a sudden, like 6 months pass, and she's still there. And she's, stealing my car keys in the morning before I'm even awake. And like, I'm missing out on like going, like I'm making plans, and I'm missing out on those plans because my car's stolen. So, and she'd never like, who knows where she was going. My mom seems to think she was going and gambling.
Damn, that was part of her secret gambling addiction. She was just stealing your whip and hitting the casino.
Yeah. And she was like super rude to my girlfriend at the time. Like, I remember my girlfriend like got her a card or something. I don't know if it was her birthday or Christmas, but she got my grandma a card and a chocolate bar. And my grandma like opened the card, took the chocolate bar, and threw the card in the garbage right in front of her. Like just a cold savage.
That's kind of real though. Like,
so
at least she had the balls to do it in front of her.
Well, yeah.
I'm doing it as soon as
my
she
girlfriend
leaves,
just started crying, so that was a disaster.
Oh, that's Wait,
yeah.
which girlfriend was it?
It was Jade.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. I never really got to know her at all. She seemed sensitive, kind of.
Yeah, she was nice. But yeah,
I just remember the time you DM'd me from her Instagram account when you got sent to rehab or whatever.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't remember that at all.
I think you went to Linden, like same place I went.
I did go there
twice, and you DM'd me from her account out of nowhere, and you were like, "Hey, it's Kyle. I'm gonna be gone for a week." And
really?
It was like the Coke summer.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure it was the Coke summer. Yeah, I remember that so vividly. That's my only contact with that chick.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that was quite the time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, your grandma sounds like someone that like I would probably like to get drunk with.
Mm-hmm.